Paul Schlomer, and to my right I have Fra Pedro Lopez, Fra Alberto Bravo, and Jaime Zaragoza. And we are all friars of Our Lady Consolation province in the Midwest and Southwest, and we just completed our first session of chapter. And for us as conventual Franciscans, the chapter is a very significant meeting on the order level. So for the entire world, they have it every 6 years. On the provincial level, it's every 4 years, and as a friary chapter in the house, we have usually once a month. And what's significant for that meeting for us as conventuals is, unlike other groups of Franciscans, the chapter for us is the highest level of authority. So once the chapter begins, everybody who's a member of that chapter, of that meeting, has equal voice. And so it's very important for us. So I wanted to just ask these guys, because all of them took their solemn vows last July. So they're our newest fully avowed professed members. So I just wanted to get some of their impressions. This is their first provincial chapter. What did you like? What annoyed you? What impressed you? I know, Beto, in the course of the conversation, you were saying, like, this is very different from house chapter. So maybe some of those comments, and we just kind of go wherever we go.
I guess for myself, what I really enjoyed is, after the vows, now I'm able to fully participate, where it feels like there's clarification, there's something beautiful about seeing the community come together and develop things that I realize now that is a part of my future.
Right.
So there's this sense of just, it felt good. It felt good to see the way dialogue works amongst our community.
It's interesting.
But yeah, kind of picking up on that some word dialogue, it was very interesting that's what the Minister General of the Order focused in his closing mass, that there has to be a dialogue. But first of all, we got to recognize that we are a fraternity, a community of love. And I think that's one of the things I was very impressed with during the chapter, that of course we always hear of politicians coming together and arguing one side over this side and stuff like that. But here it was, you can tell that everyone comes together with the intention to bring forth what is best for the order, what is best for the community, for the brothers. And you can definitely feel that, there might be some moments of that, well, I don't agree with you, and you might not agree. But at the end is, how can we push the order for the next 4 years in a good way, in a very spirited way. So that for me, that was very interesting, that we begin everything with prayer and everything concludes in prayer.
For myself, there's several things that just this is supposed to happen. It felt at home once again, that this is where I belong. When it came to Franciscan identities, this is the right choice, a calling, answering to that calling that God has put into us, and of course saying that yes with Solemn Vows, and then now being here. There's several things that really caught my attention, and the guys have mentioned it with Friar Carlos, is a sense of dialogue, that we share our lives, and when we come together we talk about it. We talk about our ministries, and I'm still in formation, so going back to the formation house, it gives me an idea of how I can be growing with the examples provided here by the rest of the older friars, because everybody is sharing their life. Everybody's talking about their ministries and what they do as a community, as a fraternity, and hopefully the things that I'm learning here, I can apply them back at the formation house. It is important that we share our lives, and that we collaborate together amongst the brothers.
How is it? Because for Jaime is completely done with his initial formation. He's a brother candidate, so he's doing active ministry, full-time ministry here in the Louisville area at the moment. But yeah, as Pedro mentioned, both he and Alberto are priesthood candidates, have more studies, so they're still in the formation process. What did you think about, how does that relate to this? Because I just find it sort of interesting, and I don't know if other communities do this, where you guys are still students, but you have full active voice in the direction, and in a lot of ways, and especially in formation, of directing how the rest of your formation is going to go.